captured, una go able to think of a brighter future. So let me say no for push. Let me say no to
Sierra Leone, push. You my killer, this is for you them. What for you say?
This ain't not a kush. No, not a kush. No, not a kush. Oh yeah, I can feel them. What are they run me eye? We are the see me sister them. They die in the street. Oh, me I can feel them. We are the see me brother them in the streets. Yeah, some they link they not. Some lay down a guts at the sleep. Oh. So when I ask them, tell me say na kush. Nike pull roll and son of them food. They prefer for left, the house them gonna get so all day they kush. Oh yeah, say not a kush. Oh. Me brother don't want before him them. Say not a kush. Oh. So we they use the old age man young. Say not a kush. Oh. Youths them just they die. Say not a kush. Oh. Sorry we say that's a cushion. Hey, push for die. Say that's a cushion. Papa government help we are. Say that's a cushion. Hey, push for die. Say that's a cushion. Hope for you to say, is it on? That's all we say.
Yes, fumble them. Now, so we say for Push Kush na Salone. And this particular song is very, very timely. Fambulem, I want to say una tenki, una kabo, una kushe, una good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Ramadan Mubarak. Matilda, they away, and it get, as soon as know them place here, we get for pay the bills them. So it get a very tight schedule in terms of work. And thanks to Donald Trump, they make we all done super busy. Even me on Thursday, I not be able to come on my program because I be get something we be do this week. So it be do that daily, as a matter of fact. So for the Agbagba then we will deliberate on Friday before the weekend, because anytime Donald Trump change a mind, they call it an emergency meeting, and sadly enough, me I don't get no fumble when I'm man. So but na Canada yeah now. I sort of be some kind of man for try for predict waiting will be Trump the next move, or waiting will be the impact on the people the overall economy and stuff. So fambulem, that brings me to waiting I they do for living as a profession. Me na economist, I based na Canada, and my name na Abdul Karim Kagbo. This na Matilda in show we na Salone Issues, but because Matilda very much busy with in day-to-day affairs, so I decided for step in, and he give me opportunity also where I not be able to talk to now on Thursday, because I want to say boku tenki for the people that we show understanding, and for the people we feel a little bit disappointed because VOS they only come 3 times per week. So I know say plenty of una they expect or go wish for that we able to do a lot regular. But unfortunately, as soon as I know, VOS we not get that kind of money for pay people, and particularly within the diaspora. So as a result, whether they volunteer, then get for do their own family issue as well, and their own day-to-day job for able to take care of their family. So we get to accommodate that. And I want to say plenty thank you for we una show that understanding there. Fambul them. Salone, we did at the spotlight a lot. And some people that don't say, oh, well, because I don't do several programs on this drug business. na salon. Matilda don't do beaucoup programs, and in fact, na in signature tune that say no to kush. And not to now, not to only kush no more the fet with you. They struggle with, even though the people them we know a lot more about drugs business, they say kush even bad pass cocaine. So, but we all know say that cocaine business now in people they know as a terrible, terrible drug where they create all sort of havoc. So if they say cocaine, what they talk about, where we all know as will be even small. We know say cocaine a very, very dangerous drug. It change somebody in condition and expensive and all that. So they carry it one way, then things say salon people and we will afford. As a result, they mix her with some cheap things them way more dangerous than the thing they already mix with cocaine. So they're not sure specifically the kind drugs them, they just say narcotic, where it can mean cocaine for the most part. But that kind boku boku I wanna see na the screen so then they're not gonna be all cocaine though, because that amount there, cocaine it will be way way more expensive. Because according to the news we get, and always I want to say boku boku tenki to Sierra Loaded, because they give we two update, and as a result we want to tell them plenty thank you. So according to the headline, it said Liberian authorities intercept a drug shipment worth 77,000, this nine American dollars. So 77,000 American dollars reportedly from Sierra Leone. So given them pictures then day, I go kind of read for now, but unfortunately today, because I be get other engagement, I not be able for like how I can do the write up nicely, copy from the Sierra Loaded page and then bring come to a nice document where una will see nicely. I'm not able to do that, but I go read them from the website where I'm not able for show now because the website get boku boku add them way very distracting. So, but I go read them from the website and let una get a full understanding of the story. So, given the fact, say, by the way, the people that will just join, we have for say plenty thank you, and I go encourage you to follow and share. This program will try for keep at around an hour and a half because I get for cut fast. And I'll go for stretch to 7 o'clock. We will be around 2 hours because not intending day we go cut fast. And una way they keep una know very well, una familiar with that. So for the people and way they fast, we slowly they get there. I want to say Ramadan Karim, Ramadan Mubarak, and very soon we just kind of they run down now. So kudos to everybody where they keep and the people that we need to keep, but they support somebody where they keep. I want to say plenty thank you and kudos to Una as well, because Una self deserve recognition in terms of where Una they help support a Muslim or Muslims them for like they're able to fulfill their holy duty or their religious duties. So Fambulem, I go encourage you now for let share, let more people participate because this is a short program tonight, but it really nice for let we talk. We get boku things them for talk about, so I go just go through them very quickly and I'll go through them in detail as how I can usually do. And that's make people and they accuse me say some thinking day the program can be marathon. But this one not going for be marathon. This one going for be sprint Fambulem. So within the topic, the way how we frame the topic, we say Sierra Leone in the spotlight, which is true. So drug trafficking allegations, Liberia specifically, postponed census. So we see news come out now though, say Salone, they postpone the census. Where as a matter of fact, the constitution say we for all census every 10 years. So the last time we didn't do the comprehensive one, the detailed one, not to that one way because of gerrymandering, we the one for get advantage for the election and stuff, then do mini census. And I go come to that because the mini census, the thing them way they say now the reasons them for let them postpone this one, most of if not all then even be set then similar alarm than they during the midterm census. But the government proceed anyways. Even where they struggle for get sponsorship, people away there because the people away initially visit and go fund them because of plenty other things they will then criticize. Um, then say they not go fund them. But yet the government proceed. So then find way money way in fact to some extent they not even pay people away do the census. That's how much they be so desperate for Duam because it be in their own interest. So this one now where the constitution ask for, it they clearly in the constitution says census now every 10 years, the comprehensive one, every 10 years, and yet they say that they postpone them. So it's supposed to be December this year, where from 2015 under Anescoma, where they do 'em, and 10 years from that time day, it will be 2025. So, but they said that they postpone to next year. So, Boku things then they in play, Fambulem. If we now look at this, again, the government, the way they don't they do things, they don't say Boku things them way clearly not be in the interest of the country. So then can sugarcoat them and let people and feel so, oh yeah, now in the interest of the country, in the interest of the people and stuff. But no, in their own interest. I mean the politicians then. So who knows? And this is not just educational guess. If they're not they try for push them closer to the next election, so then we don't get enough strategy as to how then go manipulate them. So fumble them. And in addition to that, we know say that they struggle for money. And we know say Europe, America, and plenty other place them. They don't they lock the pump for that free money where they go say, oh well, we go sponsor una and stuff. So if una know very well say na people and they pay for the entire. And by the way, this census, remember, like I say, the constitution say every 10 years. So meaning not to emergency at all. Whether not for don't prepare for the census throughout that period day. Where for prevent a postponement of it. So the thing where I'm not too sure is where the write up now make an clear Parliament enroll by this one. If not, the government just decides, okay, because of whatever flimsy excuses, where I go read for now, waiting at the excuses later. They say, oh well, we they push the census to next year. So Mifambula, and the question now is, una buy, even though I not tell una the reason, but the short explanation what I do, if una think say, it make any sense for like the midterm and people every day complain. Say, but we don't get money and the census now every 10 years. So why una not wait till 2025? Una do the census. And instead waiting at the reason we then give. They say, oh well, because of development, they want to make sure say they know the number of people who side and they so the development with the government they plan, go meet them there and all sort of bogus explanation or excuses for doing it. And we all know Senator for that reason there. Because otherwise, whose development don't go na areas them where as a result of the census. Una tell me if I'm them. From where them do the census, Whose development on going on our area where they say, okay, now because when I do the census, make we able understand, say, people and they need of certain program or certain assistance in this particular area. So the census make we able know that. And by the way, minus the census, they can able do what people that they do now the diaspora now, like the advanced countries, they can do surveys and then get other program them. And in fact, then get programs them where, for example, the education, if they want to know the number of people where they go school and all them thing and they under David Senge, then do sort of survey and whether they will be considered as waiting we will call Naya saying una use them as a proxy. Just for like una know exactly the concentration of people then. And we all know saying that no brainer, Freetown more populated, where you combine the urban area and the rural area of the western area in general. We know say it more populated, but within the ministers come up with. And I go left that for another day. So then do all kinds of and waiting at the explanation where then give why Kenema get more population according to the bogus mini census past the people in Afrito. Who's reason and give. They say, oh, people then decide for go register na their hometown because then they go enable them for vote. So they say, okay, well, if we not talk about them number of people and they, that's not a huge number where compared to the last census, before this mini census. So how them people and they travel, they say, oh, overnight, then bus them, like then take bus them. But people they say, well, we not be see the bus them be really flop for go upline from Freetown. Where we all know say Salone na one road from Freetown to upline. Where that highway, that Freetown Waterloo road or Mashaka road, Walinti Mashaka road. I don't forget now if they don't change the name. We all know say na the only road down there. If even you go through the peninsula, you come still branch na that place where they join the Mashaka highway. So you know go able for escape that Mashaka. So people then for able see you from that Waterloo now go say, wow, then get boku bus then way they choke for go upline. And yet to not see Freetown be empty that way they will. But waiting happen, even with all criticisms, where the international bodies say no, they don't get the proper logistics in place for let them do the census. But no, they still go ahead because they want for use them at their own to their own advantage, where it result in this bogus PR system. Where the same thing. They say, oh well, the PR system it will even give more parties them for be for seats in a parliament, so we can get more representation in parliament, and then give reference to 2000 and to combine time 1996 election where they used the PR system, and rightfully so. That 1996 they get more people them. We more smaller parties them we be part of it, and one of which now be PDP Sobe, and I think Yakoma, I don't remember again in party, but then get them people in there, then small party we be get more than just APC and SLPP because Carifa Smart in party self be get seat in parliament. And we get plenty parties there. So they use that for LIPA people them. And look what's in the result. Where even the math self, they make UQ even add up. And till now people in the struggle for fully understand what's in the disaggregated result by polling station. Where then they supposed to be no brainer. The first point, because it's supposed to be bottom up. From the polling station, Then send and go to the other stage where go be at the district level. So from the district level, it go to the other stage where it will be the regional level. From the regional level, then it go national level. But what happen? So state, the national level, then make announcement. And after the announcement, then they begin struggle now for filter down. So the number go add up. And we still add up. So because of it go difficult for like they add up the numbers, then they will announce at the national level for way they rig the election. So then decide not for publish the disaggregated result. Because that disaggregated result by polling station, it will give a thorough breakdown where people are very comfortable with math, then we're able to add them up and saying, okay, well, then polling station here, then the total it come to it in the reports at the district, and then the district total it come to it in the report at the regional level, and then the regional level now submit the final result to the national level and add them all up and declare winner. But no. So because of that's not the intention. That's not the thing where them feels that they go benefit. We tend now with the struggle with this. And sadly enough, because of that selfish nature of the way how they do things, it even make now Salone don't suffer in the sense of the Millennium Challenge Corporation. We know say under Donald Trump, we definitely go for kiss that goodbye. But guess what? Highly likely, if them be allowed for make the all waiting they be asked for, the disaggregated results by polling station and stuff, they be release them. Highly likely, the project for don't start. So by the time Donald Trump reached to the review of Salone project, guess what? We don't go far. And then by itself, for don't create additional jobs for we picking them, the youth them particularly, or the people them Salone. Because when they say the youth, let we not forget, say, you get boku adults, they self we don't get job, and they look for job. So fambul them, that's not something where I go read for now the reasons them where then give why did they suspend the census 1 year. So instead of 2025, they say 2026. And then try for sneaky way for justify. And I go read that too now. And in addition, the other thing where I also want for talk about Fambulem, and this be Fambulem, is laughable though. Really, really laughable. Now about the Deputy Energy Minister one, Edmond Noni. I hope say I pronounce the name correctly. So what thing happened? This we brother fumble them. See, no way we they struggle with energy. People and they struggle with cost of living. And then all of a sudden, it thinks, okay, the best way for use the small money where they're supposed for bring the energy to speed. Now for buy stove for people and cook stove. Stove for let people and cook. And then the reason why he say, oh well, then stove here, it go save the youth them time for go fend firewood. So this not great thing. And he talk about say it go great job and all that stuff then they. But be fumble them. Now government business for buy stove for people there. And by the way, you go buy, energy minister. You go buy stove for people them. And then stoves then we know say then go either use kerosene because clear kind of stove, or they use gas that propane. If at all, and if you'll say then go be propane, likely, highly likely then go be then kerosene stove. And we all know say kerosene expensive. So if you feel say you they substitute firewood for something way more expensive where they use kerosene. I just they because clear from the right up whose kind stove, waiting the stove they use. But we know say definitely. Let me say if even self na coal pot, okay, na coal the stove they use. How them people and if afford that coal they. So we fumble them, I'm not able to understand who side salon they go. To be honest with you now. Because for some reason, with politicians, them, it's like a guessing game. But it not surprise me too much because plenty of them, including the overall Agbagba, not get much experience where it comes to governance. So then just they kind of do any kind of thing no more. Like when they send dirty na wall and see who's one go stick. Now so then they behave right now. So for goodness sake, people then they cry say light business na problem na the country. And yet, una say okay, well, money business and all that stuff then they. So una they use money go buy stove. 250,000 stove. Not a small stove demo. 250,000 stove. And how did they shame them in the first place? Probably go be to their supporters them because they don't so annoy their supporters them that they defend reason for so we they work for now. So they can give away how it help the economy. Una make we understand by. So you say this will create job. So the company in way they produce this, clear because from the write up, if not salon company and stuff. So you patronize and buy the stove them from the company, and then we call a crowding out effect by economics, where instead of the private sector do something, the government they step in and say that they do them. And we know say where the government do them, you get bunch of inefficiency. Where of course government not to just book no more for say theoretically, but in practice because of you get boku people that we want to get involved. So all them people and they get forget their own court. And as a result of that, then go maybe exaggerate the cost of all here. So that make them inefficient. So government, they not find no other way incentive for give people them rather than they buy stove for people them. So where people then they struggle for even get at least few cups of rest for their family per day. So if you don't get the rest, you don't get the cassava or whatever for cook the stove will be useful to you. When at that people and they complain, say team for it itranga. Then they see team for it. And then you say, okay, well, no, I bypass the team for it, but I go buy for you the tin where you they cook them with. It make any sense to una fambulem? I they struggle with team for it. I'm not able for afford for family of maybe 6. I sure say them go they eat because now then go manage eat them 4 cup rest or 5 cup if they're able to afford them. So boku of them forget that 4-5 cup per day able for buy them. Where sometimes none of the family need to work. Sometimes na mama they go direct na market. They go sell market and we sell small, a send or a buy after you don't sell for come cook. For no way for let that person able afford the thing for cook. The food itself. A stove. Now you they go give people them. And then you say, oh, this is a major achievement of its kind na salon. We they do so much. Ebo. So now the way this way they tackle the energy problem at the country, whose connection, stove, cooking stove, whose connection you get with energy preservation? Whose connection really? Tell we. I don't know if it maybe the write up not show clearly if na solar stove. I'm not able to understand really. So me fumble them. Una see how we people them, we politicians them. That again, people like you say, oh well, and they give references to Boku, other people, other leaders them way they get so much experience, but yet they'll not be able to push their country go before and all that stuff, then they fair enough. But the fact of the matter is, then kind tier, this is not complete waste. Because that money they able go elsewhere. Allow the people them for do them firewood. And what you need for do is try for understand what they need. And in this case, they don't need stove. They need first thing for it. What they go able to do with their firewood. And as a matter of fact, this not much. If you say, okay, well, rainy season, for example, that firewood can be so much issue where people can difficult for lack, where the wood don't soak. It can put so much pressure on them and it can cause so much delay for cook meal and all that. Even though that itself not going to be justification now. But this is not dry season. And then you say, oh, well, that time we then go take for go cut wood, then go use them for do something else. Waiting and go do the extra time with where they not get job, where una not provide the enabling environment for letting get job. So if they're not gonna firewood, then go just can't sit down. And as a matter of fact, going a farm, then they go even motivate them for garden. Because they're not going to just go no more for firewood and stuff like that. Then go don't get tin way that they can cook with. So where that they can cook. They're not going to just go make firewood and then put empty pots in a fire. So before they think of the firewood, then go don't get for something where now the food itself. So, but you now come and say, oh, you they give them stove. And yay, then they go create jobs. And then they go save them time, where it's so precious for somebody where you know even make the environment conducive enough for letting get jobs. So this to me, in fact, I'm mocking these guys. For let you think, say, you know what people they want. And you come up with a stove, saying a cooking stove, people they want. And who knows? Because I see with Monday, highly likely, nine company, they don't kind of label and stuff. So now they patronize them. Buy so many of them stoves here. Say, oh, we go distribute them. We go buy them from you, distribute them. So now they say, because you buy that many from this company, so that go mean, say, this company in turn go hire more people them. How then they go happen? If now one time you they buy this. So it means after what you put in for 250,000 stove, then they hire some people them. And after maybe a few weeks where they don't finish for make the stoves them, then they sack them back. So now that kind job there, you they say, it go create jobs. Hey, boy. this, need forget degree per economics for no say, not to something way sustainable, not to something we make sense at all. If you feel in a way this you stimulate the economy. So Fambulem, this will be of course I'm not gonna go deep again into it because I don't say all that I want to say about them. But the other issue where I want to talk about Fambulem. Again, I'm not going like for go too deep into politics, particularly where it comes to the individual political parties them. But this one sort of draw me attention though. So PPRC calls on APC to respond to Sylvia Olainka Blyden's complaint. Mifambulem, when I see wetin they happen at we country, then do similar tactics during last elections, try for Rasul APC, go after Samua Kamara, and then wait stay and close to the election, corrupt Ben Kelfala as the front Agbagba. They not even decide for do things then as Salone, then take entourage, waste the country money, say that they can New York for can see and do whatever nonsense. Do all that. And that by itself, whether you're an APC or not, it deprive the country of fair play. Because the time where that man for use for campaign, where in the BO be there on campaign mode, then drag that man to court, to this, to that, something when a nonsense. Something where, according to the Africanist press, say it happened under BO during BO administration. So Fambulem, a similar thing, in my opinion, they begin so. I don't get time for download that image thing, but I be see quite recently the same PPRC where the SLBP asked them for let them conduct the executive elections, and then they later change their mind and say, "Oh no, never mind, we'll go do them." And yet, we hear Boku Boku complain. And to some extent, some people and they say, waiting happen at Tonkolili, a cause for like President Bill fire the youth minister and the other guy because of the fete or whatever issue be happen during the elections then. So that's considered a conflict. And they will ask you, say, okay, well, conduct them for the rerun or whatever it is. And then you don't agree, then all of a sudden they pull out. And I be read other side where, even though not to Salone, but it still gets for do with politics at the UK and I think Ireland, where then drag the executive go court. And as a result of that, they expel the members then they will carry the lawsuit. So PPRC now supposed for be because you get huge mandate, and that mandate they because of the same political maneuvering in 2022 they expand the PPRC a mandate under the PPRC Act of 2022, and now they even say the PPRC it can enforce internal democracy and financial accountability within parties. And regardless of, and in show I say, not only within Salone. So this nice LPP party outside, abroad, the diaspora. But yet, because it get connection to the party, because now the overall party take decision for suspending people, for expelling people in it because of the court action. But yet, boku issues them, they happen SLPP. We know yeah, say PPRC step in for intervene. So now, they intervene. Severe blinding. Again, of course, I not like for go deep into the personal, the internal fighting, but for the fact that the PPRC, now the National Council or Commission, where according to their mandate, they're supposed to make sure say they ensure democracy prevail. Because according to waiting now the meaning of PPRC, for people who we probably not familiar with that, political parties registration commission, and section 34 of the 1991 constitution give them independence, say them for be independent body. But quite recently, President Bill appoint somebody for head that commission day. So now this, and I saw it get for the go. So this now the strategies that they don't begin so now. Where instead of the focus for be do the people then thing, satisfy the people, and let the people then vote you with them full conscience. But no. So you disregard the people them, waiting the people they want. You not care. When they talk, you give them back talk. But yet you depend on strategies. Where the strategies, then they're not democratic at all. You appoint somebody where go considered a loyalist, and now you use that person there for go disrupt the other party. Where then they self like the last election, go create the avenue where it not go be fair play at all. So fumble them again. Then strategies here. Last to see if I can able take a call. VOS network. Hello caller, waiting on your name and no say the call from please. Hello. Hello caller. Okay. So how you go depend on ruling by strategy instead of ruling the people where not them the constitution give the right for choose you based on their satisfaction. But no, you disregard within the people they want. So that by itself now go create tension at the country where you go beyond and above the people mandate, the people in choice. You ignore the people in choice and you force yourself on the people because of you rogue strategies. And then after which, when I begin say, oh, well, the opposition not give a chance for rule and stuff like this. So why una not consider this internal matter? Instead of you say this, oh well, APC una respond to Sylvia Blyden. Why you not tell Sylvia Blyden, say let her fix and force internally? And why you not even ask Sylvia Blyden for let it go to court? Because you supposed for be like the Agbagba for oversee the party's conflict with even though they expand you 2020 you powers, but it's supposed to be what we call last resort. And I don't think say this don't reach last resort because the public not even aware. And even AYV, according to the write-up, not even aware. Now we then see this and then call Sylvia and say, well, we see this news, not true. And then Sylvia say, yes, not true. I do this for myself and for Boku people in the APC. So meaning that the Sylvia not exhaust other avenues, because if it be exhaust their other avenues, then they we thought if it only had the news all over the place. But no, this become even news to the news, the major news outlet, a Salone, AYV. It becomes news to them. So there, I appeal to President Bio, because clearly, now you know the head of the party. Salone, we don't seek and tire. You manipulate the 2023 elections, and look how terrible it be. And look how backward the country don't go. And look how distrust the country don't get on the political leaders there. But yet, you not care. And I talk about the MCC. We even not lost that opportunity there because of the same so-called manipulation. Where you feel say it satisfy you, regardless of the impact on the country. So, and then you call yourself, say you na papa of democracy. With that kind of situation here, you stifle democracy because where Sylvia Blyden don't start them, so then you get somebody else where himself go pulling on. But yet, SLPP from waiting at the read, they equally get more internal issues or a lot of internal issues. And as a matter of fact, let I just play for now one video where I be intend for play that video day on Thursday. I should say, but Kofuna go don't see that video day. But me fumble them again. This is something where I go say very, very troubling. Very, very troubling. But yet, then they do strategy, make strategy for suppress the other opposition party. Whether or not they're able to do well for the country, no, not to them business. They know very well, say the people don't elect them. It just happens, say, Salone, we not get like them place here where you go get approval rating, poll, and all that stuff then they. But highly likely, from the little poll they what they do, and also Boku people and go also say, oh well, now predominantly APC folks them they answer the poll where you do and stuff. But predominantly the poll where they do, they go against the government. People are not happy with the direction where the country they go. And yet, people they want for express then dissatisfaction, you suppress them. And then after which, you they brag and say, oh, if even then conduct the election 10 times, you go beat Samura Kamara 10 times. But yet you deprive people them for see the disaggregated result by polling station. And by extension, you deprive people them from the benefit of the MCC program. And yet you get you confident enough and say if they and conduct the election 10 times, you go beat Samura Kamara 10 times. Kudos for that kind of confidence. But then therefore we don't translate into saying, let them, I don't say this several times, and I want for rehash the talk. But then therefore don't even prompt you in the interest of the country. And I don't say that severally, saying if una be take legal action against ECSL because represent the numbers them way una expect according to una tally center. So then therefore be an incentive for let una take ECSL go court. Or una ask ECSL for release the disaggregated result by polling station through the Access to Information Act we Salone get, according to the Constitution. Una not do that. Una just kind of say, oh well, una not for see una self as interfering with the process and stuff. No, in the interest of the country, because if they be do and plenty mess where you put the country into, so if it will be avoidable. And even this tripartite where they don't spend money and both labor, enough will be necessary, because the premise of the tripartite now for disaggregated result by polling station for publish that. So Fambulele has shown now the SLPP, the video of infighting at SLPP head office and Kenema. And yet PPRC will not hear anything. No condemnation of that at all. I go come right back. And I get another video where I want to share with you now. Where down they self troubling to me. I will come right back after this.
How many minutes? I can't 1 hour cancel. Police will give a mass day. This not about him, but them. Now, mayor and female are about. Me on a campus. Okay. Between the Wawa and the Paupa. Me on a campus. I don't know if you don't come. The mayor, Thomas Karimu Bayo, by Sosagba in camp. So now soon, bottle upon bottle. Right now, SLPP party office. Now, they go on right now inside Kenema. Mayor and Agbao. Thomas Bayo in camp and Agbao in camp. Stone upon stone. Over 2 hours now. Stone still go on right now. No police. Police are there right now. For can't ceasefire, for can't dispatch them. Nothing no can serve. Don't see stone. Stone all over. Stone. All over. Go to the commode. Stone the commode. You see the panel? Hey. See? Hey, Polipan, chapa all. Hey. They don't come on. Yeah, nice. You see they don't go push the gate? Hey, they don't come on. This a bien fait pour téléviser, bien ça. Fuma, la cagnotte, fuma. Hey. Yeah, at Thomas Bayos. Over 2 hours, stone, continuous stone. Agbao versus Thomas Bayo. It's not so easy, fet. The fet's there right now. Hey, 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 hey. That's a hey.
Fambulem, a long video, and for people that will not watch through, one other mami, he was the opposite the SLPP office at Kenema, then destroy that mami he host. The mami they cry and say, I do them good, and this them pay me with me good. So when I see where them terrorize the residents of Kenema, people that within that area they imagine, including that mami, stone go na yours, then damage yours and stuff like that. And una yei, if I get on correctly, over 2 hours, police no come. And this is a serious fight among two factions within the SLPP, sorry. Police no intervene. So imagine if na be APC on the other side, you go get tear gas, where then go do several things, jail people them, and probably now where they don't get terrorist bill or act because they don't pass them. So therefore be saying a terrorist term, because this definitely they terrorize the people of Kenema, whether them be SLPP or not. But they want peace. The people that want to forget about them peaceful business. So this other one, we, in my opinion, another troubling one, where I don't know if it gets direct connection with the firing, the sacking, I put on back here, where they sack the youth minister. But again, waiting the youth minister do, I can understand. Let me take a call, and then I will come right back. VOS Network, hello caller, waiting on your name and who said they call we from, please. What's up? Go ahead.
If you know for come on.
Yeah. So sorry, we missed the beginning. You want for take me back.
I say, well, thank you where you bring the program today, because you go before don't be week number 3 where they miss some. Yeah.
I'm sorry
You see,
about that.
where you talk, I've seen a joke, you joke about then stove them the way they talk about. I know you read them. I know you read about that story. No sir.
Yeah, and a recent update where they come on and I see them, because normally I can check different news outlets.
You see what they talk, say them people are the priority of spending. Now I can't understand with when I can say misplacement of priorities. You for stove them more. Maybe not give them back because you know see they don't get money for spend. Maybe not give them give them, but they don't get mind talk. Say they don't give them. They go talk say that will go bad. Maybe I not get money.
Well, that's not very. The news kind of not too clear. But they definitely talk about saying it will create jobs. So how it creates jobs?
That is how they always say things. Well, left that creates job, because creates job. You forget industries or the service sector where they get a job then they for don't see them. So you cannot just talk about creating jobs for sale. I mean, maybe you employ 10 people, like say don't create. Anyway, rather than the other thing you talk about the violence within the party when they invite Mr. Kagbo, everything get for do about the power of the president for appoint, because then people are all get for do a job, and the job way they do you not get for do them to the more they employ you, because you go lost that job there. So me, I don't talk them over and over. They no arrest nobody from upon all this violence. Policeman again, no police no game man go there for go arrest somebody, because if you do and go sack that policeman, or then the motor can goes far side. So we could not expect much from the law enforcement. As I always they say, the two arms they wait for them be the whole government accountable, the judiciary and the police. The judiciary, the police, or in the parliament, then the family in the hands of the executive. So there's nothing going to change, nothing for now. As long as the law remains as it is, nothing going to change. I mean, America, they always talk, say, if Sierra Leone agitate for anything, when they agitate for an immediate review of this 1991 constitution, so that we'll get functioning institution them and think they will move on. But as it is, we'll just continue this lane for the longest of time we'll get for camp. Well, I just say like give me on small tips and then to anything that we don't present.
And thank you very much, brother.
Okay,
I
bye-bye.
truly appreciate this, yeah. And clearly, within you say, to me, that stove issue, misplacement, because let we say now free. I don't feel say that company go give them free without anything in return. So it definitely get for be quid pro quo.
No, but what I mean by free, maybe then go get a program where they give any money through for come by this company. Now that
Okay.
means say now person give them money, say when I go back to this person, that kind of thing.
Okay.
But
Well,
me, I don't feel them people are not get money, they don't get money at all, they don't get money.
all right. Well, I'll take other call.
Okay, sir.
Wait. Thank you so much.
Okay.
God bless. VOS Network. Hello, caller. Waiting your name and who said they call with phone, please.
Yes. Good evening, Mr. Kagu.
Yes, brother. Thank you very much. How are you, sir?
Yeah, thank you. Me, Ahmed, I call from UK.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, brother Ahmed. It's been a while though.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, now the timing though.
Waiting you take on the program.
Then the time I keep some of the program then later, because I don't want actually for miss you program saying. Anyway, thank you very much. You see, I think what's in the app now, new, because if we could go back as far back as some years back under your project and Madam Fadima and the CEO and Mr. Silon, Mr. Mengot and Jamboya, all of them. It's like another they come with a lot of issues them, and of course Maltita. So don't try. They do a lot. For sensitize people. It's difficult sometimes because people know they see issues them where they board people them. West then comfortable, they are fine. Now the problem now in nation today. Make we get them bad leaders say we not get foresight for the people. They don't worry about the people. They take us in the politics and say how for lie and how for enrich yourself. And the problem is what we get. So we said that a lot of people that already show today, the oil guys, most of them they are abroad now. They are England, America. I know a few of the way they America, them, study them, Mike Berewa, they're all on the States. Imagine them people, if you see, then go able to go and bring new ideas, change things, and be honest, as they know how the West they run, So, but then let's me down, Mr. Kagbo. The thing is, we can't progress under this government. To be honest with you, it's not that some of us will they criticize because we hate this man or hate the government. No, me I not belongs to no party. Of course, no, I don't care if you now Papa they mean the APC or Uncle they mean the SAP. No, that's no. This which me for me, what we look at now is the facts, the truth, and what would progress that country forward. But how do you get a government like this? Then from the one they start for lie. All what they tell the people them are contrary now. Look Ben Kelfala then this anti-corruption and this ass movement. Let's go back and look at them, the rhetorics there, which them they tell we. But what did they do now? Today, with the way they piss me off is the killing today about the people. Convoy, yesterday I watched one video where the president in convoy killed three guys, they just come up, fix some the CPA system, now how much did, then they go. Imagine they kill, they don't even team up. Hey, the guys and they raw blood in the street. And this thing continue for happen. Today in a salon, imagine kidnapping and the kidnapping, them ritual. You know, the male people in mass grave. Then after the war, now people in the dine at the they run away, they don't get people, they bury them. But it's not after the war time we see them, but now it happen after it again. Under this government, killing, kidnapping, people they lost, rituals. Boy, Mr. Kagbo, this is sad. So where the leadership over that they can't provide, where the lawlessness we say they can't quail down, where the corruption, where this guy say they can't tackle. They say they employ chief man and your government. You know, go employ anybody anybody employ call a chief man. But look today, he open everywhere. Go na Nasit, which will get people the way they work, they own a hierarchy. Now for themselves, people in pension, people in money. Go na banks, teachers, even teachers then today. You can forget connection. Imagine that. I remember when me a graduate as a teacher, young guys, you don't get affiliation, you don't get link. The ministry they give you code or whatever your number, you work and then pay, they approve you. You don't get you don't need for go bribe to nobody. There's those days, and not to say don't foul. Now but now this regime just can't change everything, go backward. Education before you tell yourself, we say it better now. This down where the technology don't grow, where we say for improve, no na bien will they go. Which how we go wrong? Now leadership, Mr. Kagbo. There's no two way about it. Madam, you not go able. And like they will get 20, 30 years more. Believe me, we are going to retrogress. We're not going forward. You know, not supposed we get competency for rule that nation. Trust me. Not to sentiment. This is not about tribe. Not to look at the issues them. Not to focus and see exactly what will happen. And you don't highlight some of them thing there. How do they go make election and not get results? For God's sake. So how do you want to progress?
Yeah, thank you so
with
much,
such a
bro.
nation.
Yeah.
So then I want to dynamic who lost the MCC, who don't lost people developmental careers, people not able to get confidence for go invest. So what should they have so that they can drug loaded that they know that they want to go for go invest? Then they clandestine investors them. They're going to happen now. So I don't expose me so today in the world.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Call
now
me
one
back.
for blame Donald Trump for put me first in Africa. Now the only person in West Africa already. Inside Africa, now the number 5, we are among the 5 countries. In the world, we are among the 21 countries where America don't restrict. So we blame America. No, they're not stupid. They know what they're going. Thank you very much, my brother.
Yeah, thank you too. Probably I will touch on that if time permit. Let me take another call. VOS Network. Hello, caller. Waiting your name and who said they call from, please.
Yes.
What's up?
VOS. I'm a concerned citizen. Thank you, brother man.
Yeah, thank you so much, concerned citizen. Waiting you take on the program tonight, sir.
I'm really happy, to be honest with you, because not too long ago I started watching my shows, and I've learned a lot from actually which one they talk about and the things they want to stand for.
Yeah, we truly appreciate that. Thank you very much for sharing.
Definitely.
That.
It means a lot. Sometimes it's necessary when you watch something very mature individuals that are, like we can say, we grandpa there or we elders them, and they go now to speak and they send a message. And it's a lot, you know. So, first of all, I think the program today, I see you start with the a bigger issue.
Yes.
Drug, I think.
Yes.
Sometimes we look at the problem, but we need to look at society. They say, no, what you say you bought food. They say what you say for the right. Or waiting, I don't know how this. They say what you say about food, right? What you say for the what you say about food.
Yes. Yes.
If we start with the same allegations of drugs, basically, that's from Salone for Guinea. The borders control in Salone not ever keeps the drugs of. I will get Guinea in any kitchen, right?
That's correct. Yes.
And then this one again, one of the posted in Liberia. If I can remember correctly, I think they reduced the border control from different stations, about 14 to 15 stations around the country. And I believe the border route to Liberia gets about 2 checkpoints. But these drug issues would never catch within Salone border. Away to each other man country. And then go kitchen. So, but yet still, when these things happen, when you call the big one in attention, they come and say, we they investigate. Now, it don't be like something like, when they say they investigate, just forget about it. That's the end of the story. But the issues I have with some of them in there is, where are the police? Where are the checkpoints that guide these places? Or make sure that the contraband doesn't go out and either comes in. But you see, there's one thing for all blame the government, but there's another thing for also maybe let me take responsibility as personnel. We can understand that the government's corrupt. But you feel as a policeman, you did in that place. You don't have to tell me everybody within that checkpoint so corrupt to the point that they see these things, but yet still they let her go. It's a Land Rover, Toyota Land Rover, covered with blue plastic. It's so outside for you to see these things as a police checkpoint person. But yet still, it's like they're all blind. They're all just, I don't know. I understand that the government is kind of corrupt, but these police guys, somebody not the will say, this is not going anywhere because this they give a country bad name. There is nobody again in the military, like police or any checkpoints where they say, I stand for the right things, or I stand for the people of this country, or I stand for the image of this country. When they go and they seek and they set them pledge, even if we read the national pledge to these people, don't you look at the national pledge? You put the interest of the country above all else. What are we doing in Sierra Leone? Nobody again. Yeah, was it yesterday or yesterday? I was watching Imran Silla, a very humble guy. White BIC, don't know AYV. Oh my goodness, man. It's so shameful to the fact that we not even get again people where they speak the truth on situations that are happening. If we left there and then we look at the situations that are happening in between, for instance, the situation that happened in Kenema. Now, this is the problem that we have also, the institutions that says the country at heart. Like, for example, I heard you clearly where you say the PPRC is a like independent body, right? When Madam Sylvia Olympia Blyden has an issue with an APC member, whatever the problem might be, then jump for commodity vote and go attack. APC needs to respond.
Yeah.
I don't know, but correct me if I'm wrong. I've not had any statement from them concerning what's happening at Kenema.
Well, let's make us show the video. Let people see. And
no, but it happened how many days ago? No statements. No, and if we understand, there is a constitutional law that states if conflict like this are happening, either they ban that constitution or they ban the party.
Exactly.
But no remarks, no saying nothing. But as soon as Olayinka come up from nowhere and say, I have issues with APC, you see the PPRC say, hey, una go answer to Olayinka.
Thank you so much for what you bring all the issues then they and that make I play this because normally I'm not can go into internal rifts, but because of the PPRC now is supposed to be independent and a national commission, so it's not supposed for side any party and stuff, and then do similar strategies than the previous election cycle, and we see the impact. Because to me, yes, if you get confidence enough, say you will beat Samoa Kamara 10 times or more, you have a playing field. But anyway, thank you very much.
Let's just give this last point. Yeah, maybe you go una go debate on a one point. Just last one. The problem that we have in the country today also is this thing what they call neck. How many years, if I can remember, from how ECSL or ECSL? Yeah. For how long? Yeah, we don't go through this route of having issues with elections. But this is the problem I have with all political parties. None of them don't ever come for start to hold them accountable before we get to elections. Now, after we don't do elections and then the elections don't go somehow, somewhere, then we end up for say, hey, let's go to ECSL. For example, how long it will take ECSL for count a population, if I can go to the census what they make, about 6 million, right? 8 million people.
No,
and if we check the people on them register for votes was about 3 million.
Slightly over 3 million, yeah.
Slightly over 3 million. You want to tell me, say, for count 3 million votes. Okay, let's left votes. Let's go for when are we going to start holding ECSL now? Say, okay, we get 2 years to 3 years to election. Start training our people and now for start registering people. Let it don't be too much to election. I can't really say that they can hire people and then not only the registration, on account registration, on account a very bad conduct of ID cards. On a begin to count bad works, but just that because the whole country, say we not get that too much time. We're just so compressed. Don't allow the things then for happen the way they happen. When APC or PMDC or PDP or ADP going to say, hey, when I start doing these things now, so that when it comes to the time for election, when I will get a proper way out for settle these things. From there, how long we're gonna keep on going to the vote of being a phone call vote? Say, okay, when I get the head of ECL sit down there, and then polling station will be calling you, say, polling station number 1, 30 vote APC, 50 vote. No. What are the procedures now with the change that method of counting votes? How are we going to get for all ECSL accountable for these things? We need to start it now because if we imagine, I was watching something not too long ago. In India, it takes you 1 hour for cut about 10 to 15 million votes. In America, it takes you about, I don't know where, I was watching it on X, when people counting these things. When they tell you exactly how long it will take for people to count votes, you're telling me 3 million population from about 215 constitutions or words. You cannot count this thing, but yet still, when they want to cook, they say they count for 60%. after a couple of hours, they say, you know what, this guy don't win to 57 or 53% of the election, and then that's it. Okay, now on account, so we now the papers that unable counts and counts everything. They are not accountable for it. But yet still, we know all them from starting. The goal and now when the election done and they don't declare somebody winner, and then now the turn out one for go on after and say on account this not happening. Let's start holding this guy accountable now. Let them start doing the preparation for 2028 elections now. If we then start now, then I think it will make sense. I think so let me just give the platform to other people, but I will just also want for enlightening on the old stuff thing when it counts. But like I say, I think I'm not going to be able to hold the show alone.
Yeah, because I get for cut fast, so I don't want to extend this program tonight. So I wish Aki would give more time because you really make.
Yeah, but it's okay. I know. Say I think the shows they come up on Saturdays. So
Yes, Saturdays, Sundays, and then we get a program we can come Thursday night. But for now with the Europe, it can be very late. It can be so.
oh,
I'm expecting.
definitely. I'm also having issues with Tripoli at the moment also because night fast months go for sleep, wake for Sokoli. So
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
but it's just actually crazy the way they are doing their things and the way procedures are happening in the country. It's like nobody holding this guy accountable for nothing. Everybody
yeah.
like they'll just do it to them for do and then send it out there. Last
Indeed,
police to investigate.
we get for do a lot. But again, let me take one more call. Thank you
No
very
problem,
much.
boss. Thank you very much. And
Oh, sorry about that. VOS Network. Hello, caller. What's your name and where they call we from, please?
Yes, Mr. Cabo, how are you?
You do well, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, this is not the future savior of Salone, the Moses.
Amen. Amen.
I want to thank you for your time.
Thank
because
you. Same to you as well, sir.
Yeah, you mentioned about the census. There's a census, and you're not happy
Yes.
about it.
Well, then postpone them. So that's make a kind of question why then for postpone them with this. In fact, now the constitutionally acclaimed census, where the Constitution make it clear, say every 10
Under
years.
which section? It's every 10 years of the Constitution.
Now, I don't get the Constitution before me, but clearly I don't read them, and the Constitution make it clear, say census now every 10 years.
Okay, because again, because I don't look into the census that was made 2002, the Sierra Leone census. It's under section 2 of the legislation that the president can call for census time to time, meaning when he feel like.
That's not act. That's not to enshrined in the Constitution. So
okay, so it's not a legislation. It hasn't been.
No. It that's the difference between the Parliamentary Act, where parliaments they pass them, yes, they become law. But with that, it can easily be repealed. But this particular one, this 10-year census, in fact, now enshrined clause, we if they want for repeal them, then get for go through referendum. So in entrenched clause, unlike the Parliamentary Act, we clearly it not be yes in self na law, but it not be an enshrined something where you go say it go need the type of process for adjust time here and there. So I just want for through the difference there. But yes, that way they read so na an act of parliament.
So it hasn't been passed for be a law.
No, an act na law, not to bill again. Now act of parliament.
Oh yeah,
So
the bill. Yeah, there's a difference. The bill. So
go through the process.
But again, that's
So
the problem I'm saying.
Now they didn't get that mini census. Now that they use as a justification for do the mini census before the election win a 5 year.
Okay, so they have pretty much they abused the Constitution. Basically, the Constitution says 10 years, but they ain't go around it. You see the loophole either they use.
Well, at that, Mr. Shilon can always argue na say that mini census is unconstitutional because the Constitution no make an clear say na every 10 years. So they not for should change that at all and use a loophole and say if there should be mini census as deemed necessary by the president. So,
But
Mr.
again,
Shillong,
you not go say you go blame President Bioso no more because 2009 then passed this act here, so you know. So the fact that in the use I think the one day then pass and then back get blame, including President Bio, for not going through the constitution. Rather, it bypassed the constitution and used Dandy because you see.
okay, well, I'm not go say President Bill bypass the constitution. Like how you say, now act way be done day before in tenure.
Now they
So,
say, yeah.
however, the thing way Mr. Shillon on in behalf I go speak because I don't talk about this issue very regularly. Um, the parliament, it not necessarily means when a parliament then say then can make law. That not necessarily means say they not go pass law we contradict the constitution or part of the constitution. So in that case, people in need for challenge the legality of whatever parliament pass, where them believe say it contradict a section of the constitution, then for bring that case there to court. Let the court interpret a specific clause where then think say then breach. And it happened in the US. I will give example with the Obamacare. Boku states that done several times care and go to the Supreme Court, say that law they way under Democrats then pass and not constitutional. It contradicts section of the Constitution. So they don't go through several times. So and then still, of course, Trump be promise say it will repeal and all that stuff then they. But a Tina Act of Parliament, yes, you just need whatever majority you will pass them very easily. Not to something where you need for go through referendum because now Act of Parliament. So enshrined in the Constitution where you go considered saying this now entrenched clause of the Constitution. But I
Yeah.
understand the point we make. Go ahead, please. Let me not interrupt you.
Okay.
Um,
Well, I think I think we don't make that very clear to the people there. Meaning that as a small lawyer myself, the the constitution for override every laws, above every laws, if they're above every laws, but the fact that there is a act, the Census Act, which clearly says that under Section 2, that the president can, time to time, it can just sit down normal and say, well, next year we need a census, you know? So what in these people did they do? Why would that contradict? Why would they say 10 years and then say the president can do whatever he wants when he feel like, you know? So that is an issue. We need to correct that. Secondly, the president is sick for fix the country image, but it seems like every day they put me into disgrace, into shame, you know. So this drugs issue, yeah. So it seems like yeah, um, pandemic we need to really tackle. So my question is why Sierra Leonean people then? Why? Because these people do not get money. Why would you want to bring drugs to the country? Why? You know? Why now we Guinea them, we then at the middle, Guinea then they don't say no to we then now Liberia. So it seems like the president need to be very careful because few years ago, one country, Honduras, South American president, maybe they go and send drugs to America. When he president done, then go arrest them, then send them to America for make you go answer questions them. So Madabio, stop what they do right now, or else the next leader they can, including me, you go answer for it. Stop. The people don't need this. we
Well,
have too many issues, too many, and drugs not to one of the solutions. Stop it. Thank you, sir.
yeah, thank you very much. And let me take the last call for tonight. VOS Network. Hello, caller. Waiting on your name and who said the call we from, please? Hello, caller. All right. I don't know if you're the same caller where they get issue with the other line. But then I will encourage you for let you call me back because we need to get you. Hello. Okay. Well, Fambulem, again, I will say, and I'll go through to the 7 o'clock mark. But like I will say, I will just keep them light. But for the census, I will say I will read the excuse with and give. But let I just quickly go through a particular side where I think say a worth for note. Again, because of time, and I'll be able for copy paste for una waiting na let una go able for Siam live. But I go quickly just read for una waiting na the reason. I go read the article very quickly. So, Statistics Sierra Leone has announced a significant change to the timeline of the upcoming decennial population and housing census. Originally scheduled for December 2025, the census enumeration has been postponed to December 2026. And now they are very clear. The decision follows now this side I want to follow and pay particular attention. The decision follows recommendations from a census assessment mission comprising technical experts from the U.S. Census Bureau, the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, and the United Nations Population Fund, New York, who visited Sierra Leone in January 2025. During a 2-day engagement with the Census Advisory and Technical Committees on March 13th and 14th, 2025, at the New Brookfields Hotel, Stats Sierra Leone officials revealed the revised timeline. The postponement aimed to provide ample time to achieve critical milestones in the census process. So when I see the reason why in Guinea they say international according to within the say international census assessment mission. So now a group we then say comprises of technical expert from the US, the United Nations, and also the other two sort of United Nations body. So, but the problem now is, when I imagine this 10 years and get 10 years for do all this sort of assessment, 10 whole years, like 10 full years. And since we then do the mini census in 2005 and get 2000 and I think 2020 where they then do them because mini census 5 years, then do them 2015, and then do them 2020. We then do them. So if they be intent for do the 2025, so now 5 years then get. So this not a timetable where you go say because of whatever reason the timetable disrupted or something. This not a set timetable. So why they wait till 2025 for do their assessments then they? And now saying, okay, we'll go push them for 1 year and stuff. Where the constitution not even make give them that option there. So now I cannot know how parliament will take this though. Because the constitution make it clear saying that every 10 years. So but now for let them push them, parliament get for sit into it. And I don't know if an amendment to it will be sufficient. So all them technicalities, then they are not for go through them. But the fact of the matter is, why then for push them? Where the mini census were optional. They were what they do in 2020. Then they optional. But yet President Bio, even where money no day, even where for pay workers they save money no day, they still proceed. Even where they reject, saying they not get the proper logistics for let the census the mini census satisfy the aim. But this one now, they say, oh, for like it be critical, let we achieve a critical milestone in the process, we they push them for another year. But yet they not be, in fact, decide for cancel that other one or even push them. Because to them believe say, now almost I go say one of the major areas that we go allow them for rig the election as they be rig 'em. So quickly, continue for say Deputy Statistician General Lansana Pewalo Kane emphasized the complexity and scale of the census, highlighting the need for thorough preparation. Then quote him now. The census is an expansive, elaborate, and complex national endeavor. Its success, acceptance, and useful nature depends on us working together in a timely and inclusive manner. Then quote him. So that mini census, why don't we think say in success it be necessary? Why don't not be think say in acceptance it be necessary? Because clearly, internationally, then be questioned the authenticity of that mini census, but then do it anyways. So now where we therefore do them, especially the supporters them, they claim say, oh, Salone are sovereign states. The World Bank not for tell we when for do census and stuff. We get parliamentary act where call say we can do the census. The president can call for census anytime. But this one now, we're enshrined in the constitution. And yet we say, oh, because of external experts them, they say for let we push them. So as a result, we they push them. Me fambul them. When they see Salone how if we not correct the issues here, and then by magic we want for let Salone develop. No, and then they work so. Salone go only develop if we allow proper procedure for take place. Otherwise, it go just continue for be tit for tat. Just like how we they see that between APC and SLPP. Una tell me true. And that make at one point, I hate for the remind una of this. Where I talk say if APC come na power, highly likely then go just do engage in revenge, and that will create waste, will cause waste of time, and by the time you know it, then time go done. Because instead of then concentrate for rule the country, then go continue like how President Bill do, politicking. So it just don't win the 2018 election, and then he go back on campaigning mode for the next election. So the past 4 years, the entire 5 years since 2018, now that's what they do. Campaign all over the place. And forget, say, the people and put on there for govern. That's all for campaign. Election be done. But no, it be still they go crisscross the country. talk about how APC then a Yampi, how this, how that. If you set the commission of inquiry, you set them up and allow the judges to do their job. And you continue with governance. But no, they go up and down and this and that. And look what the result be. A mess. So highly likely now that similar approach the APC go take because they feel aggrieved right now. They feel bruised. So then go on for Tonangi. And that's it for that. And not okay, we go anywhere. So again, the census thing, President Bill, if not another strategy for bringing closer to the election, because the election are 2028. So if you do census 2026 in December, we go be highly likely less than 2 years before the next election. So that by itself not go create additional burden on the resources because the PPRC, the ECSL, they all go need money for organize the election. We therefore be less than 2 years. And then you want to put census into that mix day. So that in fact will be another reason why, for postponement, because it will be too close to the election where we get for need money. So unless you probably get another strategy for rig the election, but logistically, I'm not too sure. If una do the mini census, where una not get much funding from the international community, where basically not the same approach. So what's the difference then? So I go tap there for the census, and I want to talk about one positive note. The last week, on my program, I go heavily on the First Lady for way a sort of, in my opinion, now bully, it be the time for bully the Koidu company, the mining company. And I make them very strongly, I come at them very strongly and saying, you get to allow the government for take control. So I'm so happy and pleased for Informuna say, indeed, the government don't step up. So we see this headline yesterday. Sierra Leone government and Koidu Limited reach agreement to end labor dispute. That's very, very welcoming. Fatima Bio, not a government official, and not get no constitutional mandate for negotiate on behalf of the government. The government and not go through the proper process for Parliament go approve, go scrutinize the appointment. Salone to them personal property for say, oh well, me man wake na morning because of maybe we'll talk about it, and as a result of that, he say, okay, well, you go deal with him, and bingo, you go deal with him, and then you say, oh well, I don't do a better job because of me man trust me and all that. No, that's not the proper process, madam. So I'm so glad. And fumble them, let I read for another press release. This to me, I go say na encouraging news. And I go say kudos to the people that were involved, including the minister where they had that ministry there. Let I read for the press release we them put out. And this na joint statement between the Ministry of Employment, Labor and Social Security and the Koidu Limited Company. So now official statement. Unlike Madam Fatima Bio, whatever I be they say, not to be official statement because not to government official. I just want to let people understand this very clearly. And as they read, una go notice say the no make any reference of Fatima Bio by this press release, which is very, very good. And hopefully this will send a message to them, say not to government official. So the statement read, joint statement, the Ministry of Employment, Labor and Social Security and Koidu Limited. So this is not joint statement. In this statement, not 2 days ago on Thursday, according to this statement. It come out Thursday, 20th March 2025. Following extensive discussions between the Ministry of Employment, Labor and Social Security and the leadership of Koidu Limited in the wake of the peaceful protest and the agreement of a resolution framework, the Ministry of Employment, Labor and Social Security, MELSS, and Koidu Limited, referred to here as Koidu, hereby encourage Koidu's national workforce to immediately return to work. The thing way Madam Fatima Bio, but they say no, do not for go back to work and stuff. I'm so glad the way the government put out the statement. It continued for it upon their return, Mels, way now the government side, and Koidu will immediately agree solutions to the recommendations and advice outlined by the Mels in their letter to the General Manager of Koidu on 28th February 2025, as referenced in Appendix 1 of this release. We don't get that. I just take the release itself. Extensive discussions between Mels and Koidu have taken place. Both parties are confident that once the national workforce has returned to work, solutions to all of the concerns raised by Mels will be reached within 48 hours. In addition to the above, it has been agreed to introduce quarterly bonus payments to the national workforce based on the diamond export pricing, which is supervised by the government of Sierra Leone. This bonus scheme will come into effect on 2nd April 2025. These bonuses will be awarded based on parameters to be negotiated and agreed between Koidu and Mels. This is really, really impressive. Thank you so much to the department and to the government for this. Even after lengthy discussions, Koidu has insisted on not re-employing individuals who have been dismissed. In the spirit of the constructive relationship that has been established between all parties involved in the negotiations, especially the Ministry of Employment, Labor and Social Security, and at the specific request of the government of Sierra Leone, Koidu will pay full end of service benefits to dismissed employees. Any employee who is aggrieved shall utilize the avenues provided for in the Employment Act of 2023. Thank you. And that's now been emphasized, saying we get Parliament don't pass an act. So the need for adhere to that act day. They don't need for say, oh, Madam First Lady for go negotiate where to worker of the Koidu company and not a government official. Yes, I can understand as Sierra Leonean, you can match with them, you protest alongside them. Any Sierra Leonean can do that. But for let you be agbagba and say, oh, I go before, as waiting. You're not a worker of the company and you're not a government official. You're not just ordinary citizen. So why you get the authority? Why you feel say you forget the authority for negotiate on behalf of the government when you're not a government official? So thank you for where Una puts this thing out. It kind of give we know how government supposed to run in a true democracy. It give we peace of mind. Because to me, as I always be say, I be saying in my program, and I always they say, procedure matter in democracy. So it continue for say, Koidu Limited reconfirms that the operations of Koidu are in full compliance with the laws of Sierra Leone. And that's not be the other point where they make. They're supposed to comply. Otherwise, the government of Salone gets the authority for carry and go to international court even. Not to just Salone court, international court. So this is not the right thing. For all them, own them to it. For let them conform to the laws of Sierra Leone. Diamond production and export are under the full supervision and control of government of Sierra Leone officials representing key government institutions. Government of Sierra Leone and Koidu are committed to restore long-term industrial peace and stability to the benefit of all stakeholders. To achieve this objective, MELS and Koidu will establish the Koidu Workers Forum, chaired by the Honorable Minister of Employment, Labor and Social Security. This I get question mark. I don't feel in the appropriate measure that. Government not supposed for directly involve in this type of forum at all. They're supposed to establish, I don't know if they get already, they're supposed to establish a union, workers' union, where if the union fail in the negotiation, then they can bring and come to government attention. But government not supposed for involved in the day-to-day administration of the company. Down there in our overreach. So I just want to make them very clear. The KWF will develop initiatives in line with international best practice for the benefit of the national workforce and other stakeholders. Fambulemle I quickly show una the key aspect of the negotiation. The MEL's original recommendations, which formed the foundation of the agreement, included demands for, and identified be demand for, reinstatement of suspended and dismissed workers, and clearly the company say no to it. And from the write-up, I believe say the government accept that. The other point, payment of backlogged salaries and benefit, and I believe say the company agree for do that. A 30% salary increase effective April 1st, 2025. Risk allowance for high-risk work areas. Provision of bus services and improved medical facilities. Employee choice of banks for salary payments. That's definitely supposed to be adhered to. Inducement and cost of living payments. Provision of safe drinking water and improved housing, meal and education allowances. Establishment of a salary advance scheme. Payment of overtime in accordance with the Employment Act. Recognition of trade union rights. Again, I don't know if they get union, but clearly they're supposed for adhere to trade union rights. And we get Employment Act. They're supposed for be adhere to that. The Sierra Leone government and Koidu Limited have expressed their commitment to fostering a positive working relationship and ensuring the well-being of the national workforce. 100%, well, I'm not going to say 100%, I want to say 100%. I give kudos to the MELS, where the employment department, but because of the forum, they say then go be part of that forum, I go take some points away from them. But I go say 90%, I agree with the step we didn't take. is supposed to be the government responsibility. It's not supposed to be Fatima Bio's responsibility at all. If, as I said before, if the president feels say he get a negotiation skill, it need for be part of a committee, where that committee they go be answerable to the president, but at the same time approved by parliament, because they work on behalf of the government, and then get for work modalities as to waiting go be the mandate. So, but they bypass all that and say, oh, me man say, and after all, me man na in the boss of the country, na in the no. Through democracy, we get three co-equal branches of government. The president in power. As a matter of fact, somebody even they say that one of my program say parliament supposed for even in right na paper get more power than the government. Because let's tell now how in democracy the government, the president, not able for pull a parliamentarian 9 seat. But parliament with 2/3 majority, they're able to pull the president 9 seat. So that by itself give parliament more power over the president. It just happens, say, we weak constitution, then twist them another way and backdoor give the president more power in the form of saying political parties then get power for pull parliamentarian from a seat. Because when they expel you from the party, and it means say, they na the party, and because na that party they in symbol you use for go parliament, so the party can ask you for vacate your seat. That's terrible. But aside from that loophole, you go say parliament get more power, even though constitutionally they're supposed to be seen as co-equal branches of government, where the judiciary gets similar power, where the president can sign something, the judiciary can turn that in there and say it contradicts the constitution. It can do that to parliament and then strike a particular bill or act or whatever the parliament pass if the judiciary thinks it day contrary to the constitution. So then give them that power there. The constitution give the judiciary that power there. So, and again, you see how they flip on? The judiciary, go say, oh, I get absolute power, because parliament get power for remove a judge through what they call impeachment process, where they can do 2/3 majority of all parliamentarians them for remove a judge, including the Chief Justice. The same way, so they can remove a president through impeachment. So then do that as within the bookman they call checks and balance. For like one particular branch not feel say they're so powerful that nobody now will control them. It just happened almost with parliamentarians for whatever reason. Then just like how Salone we can talk say they don't kick them blessing with their left foot or something like that. I don't know if I get the parable right, but parliament then they overlook the authorities and allow the president for trample all over them because maybe they're scared, so then go expel them from the party. So fumble them. Lastly now, I will say I'm not going to go too far, but let's just finish this side about this drug thing. And I go read them very quickly because I want for Leona get a better sense of the story. Again, unfortunately, I'm not able for show una on the screen waiting at the read, but I go read them for like una able get them clearly. So according to the Sierra Leone, again, I want to tell them plenty thank you for where they give we up to date, because this a few days ago, and of course the one way I read now 2 days ago, and then the census, that other story we are also give, than they, of course, very, very recent. So, fumble them, I just want again for read very quickly. I know say we get for cut fast, and my apologies to the people them we forgot the fast. So waiting at this story, so the story says Liberian authorities intercept drug shipment worth 77,000 US dollars, reportedly from Sierra Leone. On March 17th, 2025, the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency, LDEA, and Joint Security Forces intercepted a large drug shipment in Foya District, Lofa County, worth over 77,000 US dollars. Around 10:45 p.m., the LDEA, that's the Liberian Drug Authority, received a tip-off about a black pickup truck with Liberian plate. They even showed the plate where in fact, Fambulem, una just give me a moment, le I show una the motorcar in plate. Le una see the motorcar and go give una clear picture saying this thing don't go too far. Because una remember for like motorcar we get Liberia plate. A go salon. A load drugs like how one we bought we call ABC. A load then drugs here. A pass through salon checkpoints them. They're not able to intercept her. Now where it go na Liberia, they're able for go catch her. So waiting and they tell we. One of two things. One of the two get for be two fambul them. A get for means say you get salon agbagba then we responsible, we be part of this, or we security work. And to me, I go say now the first one. Because look this vehicle. See the plate number. And when I look this picture, fine. Now open truck. So open truck, not to say now something where seal you get padlock or whatnot. Where easy for like now checkpoints, they say, but open and allow we see. Where you're not going to hide. You just cover it with tire pole. And yet, they're not able for intercept this particular vehicle. And it must happen, say that tip off come off from somebody where maybe it want do something at salon, but like how they say talk you one box for a hand short. So it decide for give the Liberian authorities a tip off. Let God bless that person or them people in there. So let's continue quickly. So around 10:45 p.m., the LDEA received a tip-off about a black pickup truck with Liberian license plate A533348, believed to be transporting narcotics. The truck was traveling from Sierra Leone to Monrovia. Acting on the tip, security forces stopped the vehicle in Lofa County. Imagine we fumbled them. The driver, 43-year-old Faya Lamy from Monrovia, initially claimed he was only carrying clothes and slippers. But after a search, authorities found 772 plates of high-grade marijuana worth around 77,200 US dollars, which is about 14.8 million Liberian dollars, because then do the conversion. They also found 8 boxes of tramadol valued at around $842, so equivalent of 160,000 Liberian dollars. So tramadol and jamba. So then get pictures of them, but are not able for download them. And actually then get a video where now unfortunately now I see that video there because as I be telling now I be really be the rush. But again, let I just continue for read waiting a scene from Bulem. So a clear saying, let's see if I can quickly, my apologies, let's see if I can quickly download the video if I can able to do that. So let I play the video because the video, basically in about 2 minute video, it say it all, the story. So then it will be really, really nice for let we able do am. So it look like say able for download the video. I just the try now for bring them to the system, and because this thing again, I remember somebody be they say, oh, like where people then go say, we don't gains for ye about this one green thing, but guess what, me fumble them. This not something where you go say, it's not important. Important for the image of the country and for the well-being of our kingdom. Because if a country, and this for done now the president in foot, and I will talk about that in a moment, is not able for make any statement, instead it make fake they fire people them where you go say na underdogs. Where that issue come on Guinea, oh, the president don't fire the ambassador. But guess what? And the same thing again, where video come out about the head of the immigration, a fire. But the question remain now: if you the fire them people then what about update Sierra Leoneans them where it come to this drug law, Lideka. So why you're not able for update people them? And as a matter of fact, I know say I run out of time, but as a matter of fact, Fambulem, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, he attempt for talk about them, but in my opinion, it failed. Because the thing where he say, it don't make any sense. Because according to him, he say the Dutch government, yes, don't reach out to them, but however, they not get the same thing where the police be say, now that not the latest way in get, meaning that they not get custody of the guy. So the question now is, if you not get custody of the guy, so whose cooperation now you say, okay, you go cooperate with the Dutch and you begin say, oh, they need for go through the proper process for go through where they for go through. So una go do the extradition and all that stuff then they. How you go get something where you not get me fumble them? If you not get the guy, why you not go simply say, well, we not get the guy, now we custody. However, if we hear anything about him, we go bring them to our attention. That ain't not simple. But yet you go merry-go-round, oh, the need for officially request for extradition and all that stuff, then they for somebody where you not get. Then they ask for like then go through proper channel for extradition. So I'm not able to understand from Bull them. How you go give something where you not get? You say you not get the guy, now na custody. And yet they say, oh, well, then the other side for go through the proper process for request for this guy. where una no get custody of. Fumble them, this government, I don't know if them feel say now everybody's stupid. And sadly enough, not to say they say the supporters they're stupid, I don't let people misunderstand me. But the supporters them, they don't give them a pass in the sense that they're not can critically analyze what they say, and as a result, they need to hold them accountable. So then just they feel say every other salon person, also the international community, they think the same way. Saying them believe what they say. Even if it don't make sense. Let's play the video very quickly, not a long video. I will come right back and conclude the program. Yeah, let us check if at all the right video I sort of download, because it show say the corresponding video, but apparently the one we download is different. My apologies for that. So maybe let I play me other screen, and then we will watch live from there together. Fumble them. At the turn me it, and so somebody didn't on the line, but please just give me a moment, because I really want for sure fumble them the video, let them not feel say it's all about propaganda, because again this so-called propaganda, then just they use that word very loosely. So I just want for we watch this video.
4-5 drops. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
The source, as we got from the suspect. Sorry.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. So we'll be waiting the arrival of the counter attorney with the drugs is already confiscated.
The plate of the drugs here is 772, and this is the very first time to see a ship of some drugs in local county. So, see all kinds of things. They tell you that is a joint project to see how that you can be able to
4-5 drops. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
The source, as we got from the suspect, that they are for sodium. The drugs is directly for sodium.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. So we'll be waiting the arrival of the counter attorney with the drugs is already confiscated.
The plate of the drugs here is 772, and this is the very first time to see a ship of some drugs in local county. So, see all kinds of initials are on it. So they tell you that is a joint project to see how that you can be able to carry this drugs.
No problem.
Too many
and the drugs were placed in Domaflare bags. Okay. They use the slippers, they place the drugs in the middle, and they cover it with those slippers. So they are also down there. How they managed to pass through the border, acting and a slipper were bringing into our country, especially our country, local country. And this is part of our commitment. We continue to promise that we're going to make sure we're going to fight crime to reduce crime in local country. And this is our achievable. So some of our achievement like visible that you're seeing here. So I mean, joint security will continue to work now, both day and night.
So I'm like asking you, yesterday the drug was arrested. So I mean, you kept the drugs until this morning, you brought it, or this hour to be here at the police station?
The drugs were arrested in the evening.
In the evening?
Yeah, and
All right, Fambulem, now this we able forget in terms of the dog, and una very clearly we one of the officers them, the Liberian officers, say they put have back them and then them put the dogs under. So this not from Salone, Liberian motorcar. So usai we authorities then we if them put have back them on top. Given the fact say drugs business done rampant in that country day, how is slip from all the way Salone, because not one checkpoint, several checkpoints them I presume, pass through and reach to this level. So me fumble them again. I go tap na ya, but this na topic we not for left at this point. We for continue with them, and to me, President Bill not deserving. Again, and not deserving for call as one of the great leaders in other country. They say they go for improve the image of Salone and make it a fly, but with all this, from Guinea, now Liberia, and then when we neighbors them. So if we neighbors them, don't know we for this kind thing, whose message they send? Let alone for the international community, we now know say we get drug agbagba at the country. And the report clearly states say that person they continue for manufacture in drugs at the country. President Bill, you're not deserving for call a good leader, let alone a great leader. Because now under you watch, and instead you kind of low-hanging fruit. The people them way you think say, oh well, maybe the country go feel say I don't do something for impress them. You sack the ambassador. Who knows? If you not even tied to this Lidecker, and then you sack the immigration boss. I believe say now that video we come out where we see Lidecker give the immigration boss a gift for birthday celebration at an expensive restaurant. And that boss they accuse and say he even buy house in America and all that. We worth so much money. And then sadly enough, the drug agency director himself they see him with Lidecker. And all tied to your family when you begin and attend event where you attend. You don't say nothing yet on that as the overall boss. And the people them way you send for like them talk to we. Instead, then just they cham the talk. From the Minister of Information to the Minister of Justice to the Foreign Minister, all waiting and say. It don't make any sense to anybody. Of course, the foreign minister, it talk, but I know you nothing because it's like he not say anything. He talk, but it's like he not say anything because other than oh well, the proper channel now for then go able let the Dutch government write directly and that's so it's supposed for be, and he not say anything about the guy now. Who say the guy there? Una be ask Sierra Leoneans them say una want for like Sierra Leoneans they help una for show side the guide in order on a custody. And again it come back to why una they go remarry road. And time una they buy, so the guy go escape. And then una sort of say, okay, well, una cable bring una investigators them for come investigate. And we investigator, journalist, be go there. What una do? Una say one truck security people them for prevent them. Where it be they close to disclose outside the guy. Una they hide the guy. And yet, you still they travel, still they waste the country money. Well, you're not even deserving of it. Again, this is not fast month. Before we go past this. So Fambulela left una with the video where I be talk about saying a very disturbing. For like somebody say if not to where you get respect for bill, if we do something terrible to a minister, and then he call for like them sack the guy, and few days later, where he said then sack him. So not coincidence, or indeed, now this guy, a message President Bill listen to. So I'm for telling una plenty thank you. Let God bless una with una families. Let God bless the VOS and Ramadan Karim again. And let God, unfortunately, because of time, I'm not able to read all una comments then because I see plenty of una don't send comment. By God's grace, the next time I go try for reserve time for read comment. But let God bless una, and I truly appreciate the fact say una join the program tonight. And my apologies, we una become on Thursday, and I gave the reason, and Boko una don't accept and forgive VOS, and I truly appreciate that. We una show understanding, and let we continue for support each other, and there una share, and we country nobody not get for come any side for push Salone go before. Now we self get for push Salone go before. So until we meet again by God's grace next Thursday, I go encourage you to follow now. Stay tuned and watch Mr. Shilon then show. Mr. Shilon, Mr. Mengot, and Mr. Jamboria, and let we all talk about Salone. Let we not tire. And by God's grace, them bad people here, God go good them. God go expose them for like they really come up from that Salone day where we all cherish, including President Bill, because to me now under I watch and this drug person, they on their foot. So as a result, I'm very upset. And every Salone person will be upset for where is silent, where they address the country, and where the authorities didn't give anything sober. And yet today and see them kind news here. So Fambulela left now to this video. Again, Mina Abdul Karim Kagbo, they say una thank you, let God bless una, and let God bless the one and only country where we all cherish, Wina Mama Salone, una tata. But una not go no side, una let we watch the video together. But for me, I'm out. Una thank you, una tata.
Anytime he come in this region, also within at your risk. As from Moaban Junction, we come on Moaban Junction, can inside now at your risk. We are going to treat him so. And if president does not fire a woman in 48 hours, we are bringing people to the streets in Bo.
Sure, because he's not competent.
You record that?
Yes, sir.
He's not competent. If Mohamed Oman Bangura is not sacked in 24 hours, we are bringing people to the streets in Bo. We are going to riot.
Youths.
We are bringing young people to the streets in Bo.
It's a major disappointment.
It's a major disappointment to young people, of course, in this country.
Especially with the way drugs,
crime, young people are lying on the streets as beggars. Yes. His minister, he has never held a meeting in any of the regional headquarters to talk to young people. One day, let him give us evidence that he has done that ever.
And he's embarrassing people that
I was building just at the car wash a barbing shop for young people to have access to economic opportunities. He broke it down. I spent 5 million euros. He broke it down. The cement and all his because now Jobo and the building, so he had to break it. Then he pointed a gun at me in public. In the sight of 300-400 people, he pointed a gun and slapped me in public. That's what Oman Bangura did. And we are giving President President will have a lot of respect for you. You are a leader. And we have confidence in your ability to lead this nation. Sure. But some people are sabotaging your administration and are undermining you by their actions, by their thoughts, by their words. Yes, and if Oman Bangura crosses Moabad Junction, I cannot control what young people can do to him. I cannot control it. I have no reason to attack him, but I will not control him. I had all the wherewithal to attack him yesterday if I wanted to. I'm a peaceful person. Sure. But we are saying that if Oman Bangura, by the next cabinet reshuffle, is not changed, riots will come in both. And we are emphatic about that.
We are prompting the president.
We are prompting the president that, please, Mr. President,
so relieve
and leader of the party, relieve Oman Bangura
of
his duties. If you don't relieve Oman Bangura of his duties, I cannot assure you nor him of his safety in this region, Southern region.
He's a total malfunction.
He's a total malfunction, dysfunctional person, corrupt person, who takes donor money. A vehicle donated by UNDP has converted to his own use. A fish pond meant for young people is in his house.
With evidence.
With evidence. Sure. All of the fish ponds given in Lugu Chiefdom and there, no fish ponds exist. The youth connect centers all over this country are not functional. He does not deserve to be a minister. For youth. For youth. Yeah. We assign him if you still want him in government, but when he belongs to youth, Oman Bangura cannot represent young people in this country. He does not have the capacity, nor the wherewithal, nor the empathy to represent young people. Thank you, Mr. President. We have respect for you. We follow you. We are committed to you.
Continue to support your ideas.
Continue to support your ideas.